Hi, I'm Sriya, and I'm going to talk about law of diminishing marginal utility. What is diminishing marginal utility? The law of diminishing marginal utility states that as consumption increases, the marginal utility derived from each additional unit declines. Utility is an economic term used to represent satisfaction or happiness. Marginal utility is the incremental increase in utility that results from consumption of one additional unit. Understanding the law. Marginal utility may decrease into negative utility as it may become entirely unfavorable to consume another unit of any product. Therefore, the first unit of consumption for any product is typically the highest. With every unit of consumption to follow, holding less and less utility, consumers handle the law of diminishing marginal utility by consuming numerous quantities of numerous goods. Diminishing prices. The law of diminishing marginal utility directly relates to the concept of diminishing prices. As the utility of a product decreases, as its consumption increases, consumers are willing to pay smaller dollar amounts for more of the product. For example, assume an individual pays $100 for a vacuum cleaner. Because he has a little value for a second vacuum cleaner, the same individual is willing to pay only $20 for a second vacuum cleaner. The law of diminishing marginal utility directly impacts a company's pricing because the price charged for an item must correspond to the consumer's marginal utility and willingness to consume or utilize the good. Let's take an example. John is extremely hungry and goes to a restaurant that offers a buffet. He loads up his plate with food and starts eating. The amount of satisfaction gained by John from a plate of food is directly proportional to John's hunger level. Therefore, the first plate of food will give John more satisfaction than the second plate of food, which in turn will give John more satisfaction than the third plate of food, and so on. The situation above occurs because each plate of food reduces John's hunger level. The reduction in hunger level results in less satisfaction from the plate of food being consumed. Each plate of food fills John up and thus lessens the amount of satisfaction he will get from the plates of food that follow. Mathematically, it can be represented by the following table. Here we can see that as the amount of food consumed is being increased, the marginal utility is drastically dropping down. So when 3 plates are being consumed, the marginal utility was 8. But when 6 plates were being consumed, the marginal utility dropped down to 5. We can see the same thing in the graph. As the plates are being increased, the marginal utility is decreasing. Let us consider another example. A woman is quite hungry and purchases a pizza for $2. After doing so, she consumes the first slice of pizza and gains a certain positive utility from eating the food. As we can see, after consuming while consuming the first slice of pizza, the person is happy. Upon consuming the second slice of pizza, her appetite is becoming satisfied. She wasn't as hungry as before, so the second slice of pizza had a smaller benefit and enjoyment as the first. In fact, after eating half of the pizza, she has experienced a diminished marginal utility as well. So we can see that as half of the pizza is being consumed, she is being normal now. In fact, after eating half of the pizza, she has experienced a diminished marginal utility as well, as it is difficult to be consumed because she experiences discomfort upon being full from food. Finally, the last slice of pizza cannot even be consumed as it results in negative utility. These slices of pizza demonstrate the decreasing utility that is experienced upon the consumption of any good. We can see this satisfaction meter vaguely represents the diminishing marginal utility. As the as the utility increases, as the consumption increases, the utility meter drops down. The marginal utility drops down. Thank you.